Now, though, a group of East Londoners have called for Cockney to be recognised as an official language. Would you, Adam and Eve? Multicultural group Cockney Cultures launched a petition calling on Tower Hamlets Council to help preserve the dialect's unique cultural heritage and have it supported with borough funding. So, what exactly is Cockney culture? Jessica Ewer has been finding out.
Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London so.
The historic native wit of working-class Londoners, or Cockney as it's known, was born in the East End. But what does it mean to be a Cockney?
You don't take anything on the never, as it used to be called. As long as you paid your rent, put your food on your table, that was all part of being part of the Cockneys in the local community.
Definitely the traditional food, pie and mash being one of them. And yeah, we've got the rhyming slang and the market. The market's been here for many years. We've got traditional markets still going strong.
An iconic part of East End culture are these pearly kings and queens who raise money for charities.
When people say they're a Cockney, they're born in the sound of Bow Bells. It's Bow Bells, Cheapside, St Mary's the Bow.
Part of the Cockney language is rhyming slang, dating back to the 1840s.
The idea of the Cockney rhyming slang was to actually confuse the police at the time, and it was to do with the docks and the market traders and things like that. I'm going to nip to the old rubber-dub-dub and I'm going to sit down, read the old Indian Draper and have a nice pint of pig's ear. I'm going to the rubber-dub-dub or the battle cruiser, which is a boozer. I'm going to sit down and have a nice pint of beer.
Campaigners are now calling for Cockney to be recognised as an official language to better preserve the history.
Other dialects, the Brummies, the Geordies, Scottish people, Welsh people, all got their own dialect and accent. Why can't Londoners have their own and keep the culture going? And it's our history. That is our history. Let's give it a rubber stamp.
Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town.
Well, we're joined by Saif Osmani, co-founder of Cockney Cultures. Welcome to you. Great to have you on the programme. Well, I've got to start with a bit of a Cockney rhyming slang quiz, haven't I? So first one, who knows this? Give and take. Fancy a bit of give and take?
Cake.
Very good. 1 point to Diane. Merry-go-round. That'll cost you a merry-go-round.
£1.
Very good. Well done. One each. Saif, you've got to get this one now. Dustbin lids. I got 3 of them.
Dustbin kids.
Very good. Well done. 1 point each.
We're all Cockneys, see.
So let me ask you, Cockneys are a fixture in London, aren't we? Part of our culture, and so many of us know so much of the rhyming slang, or at least 1 or 2 here and there. Why does it really need protection as a language?
Well, we've got a history of Cockney that spans for 660 years. It's mentioned in the Canterbury Tales, and with Cockney Cultures, we came up with the Cockney Conversations Month last year, and that was online, and this year we've come up with the Modern Cockney Festival, and it's partly to reclaim, really, and recalibrate and reboot Cockney for the 21st century, because we think Cockney's changed. It's different to multicultural London English, whereby it's an emergent form of speaking in London, but Cockney has always been diverse and has always incorporated different communities as and when they've come in. So London's diversity is within rhyming slang as well. As you know, there's plenty of words that relate to all parts of the world, and we really want to celebrate that and see it, rather than be relegated into the history books. We want to see it celebrated and pushed forward as something to be proud of.
Yeah, you criticised the Mayor's office, didn't you? Mayor's office for not mentioning Cockney in his cultural strategy. Does it really need that mention? Absolutely.
I think local culture is really important. I'm an artist, architectural designer. I take students from China, for example, when they come here in and around the East End, and I want to show them that the East End's full of all this diversity and layering across hundreds and hundreds of years. And if we don't acknowledge it, then we really are in trouble. You know, there we are telling the world that we're a global city and we're a centre of culture, and we should actually be acknowledging our own ones as well.
Diane, I'm not sure if you can hear the sound of the Bow Bells in Hackney. Probably used to back in the day. Do you think it needs protecting, Cockney rhyming slang?
Yes, and as you've intimated, I'm an EastEnder. The only reason you can't hear Bow Bells in Hackney now is all the tower blocks. So, you know, as an EastEnder and a Cockney, really, I have to support the campaign.
OK, Jackie, what about you? You come from Sheffield. Do different regions need their own languages or, you know, that kind of thing protecting?
I think, well, we're all very proud of where we come from, aren't we? And, you know, I still have the flat vowels, even though I represent EastEnders who've moved out to Essex. So there we are. I mean, I think Cockney is very much part of the London brand, and in that sense it should be celebrated. I'm not sure you want to ask politicians to help do that there, because we just generally do it badly. But, you know, all power to your elbow to do that, celebrating yourself.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's a group effort, isn't it? You have to work across different levels of society, and we've been doing that. You know, we've held events at the Royal Society of Arts, the Museum of London this year, and hopefully we'll get bigger and better. So we'll be knocking on your doors, definitely.
My daughter actually asked me this week, she's 10, she said, what is a London accent? Do you think young people know about Cockney rhyming slang?
It's changing, it's evolving. Language is always evolving. Cockney is, I mean, the fact that it's remained for so long as well, and it's still prevalent in London in all its pockets, from Bow to Hackney to Tower Hamlets and Newham as well, means that it adjusts and it probably shifts as well. For example, in Essex, as you mentioned, pie and mash shops are really big there.
The pie and mash shop.
So you do find these changes, and that maybe the central sort of the central area of Cockney has shifted slightly, but even then it's still very much alive. I mean, I've got cousins who speak Cockney Bengali.
We've got to leave it there. Thank you very much. And my thanks to all of my guests, of course, to Diane and to Jackie as well. That's all we've got time for this week. Thank you for watching. As they say in the shadow of Bow Bells, laters, baked potatoes.